The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is blown out towards center field. Elliott Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field!
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenholz will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenholz is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenholz.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2. Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
As we welcome you here to Hyatt Stadium, and we welcome you to a big doubleheader as Post 8 takes on Sioux Falls East in what should be two big games and two good games here at Hyatt Stadium after Post 8 was able to make a big comeback on Saturday of this past weekend as the Eights were able to score 9 times in the fourth inning and pick up a 12-9 win over Sioux Falls East on Saturday, the Dakota Classic, and now here today. Two big wins are up for grabs, and Post 8's need these 2 wins. When you look at the standings that's been updated, and Pierre sitting at 4-4 right now, as the Pierre at 4-4, and the Eights have to pick up some wins because they are sitting currently in 14th place in the standings. So they will need to pick up a couple wins to start moving up the Class A standings right now. So Post 8, Sioux Falls East coming up here, a doubleheader, and should be a good one from Hyatt Stadium. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Heinz Stadium, getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Sioux Falls East. We'll start with the starting lineups here. First for Sioux Falls East, as again, Post State was able to get a 12-9 win over East in the game on Saturday in the Dakota Classic, as they won 12-9, coming back from a 5-0 deficit, scored 9 straight runs in the fourth inning to take a 9-5 lead, end up winning 12-9. In this game, Sawyer Tolk will lead things off. He's the shortstop, followed by Cale Swanson, the right fielder, batting second. Ethan Bruns, the third baseman, will bat third. Andrew Glovich, the catcher, batting fourth. Jack Smith, the center fielder, will bat fifth. Tate Schaefer, the second baseman, batting sixth. Mason Tolbert, the DH, batting seventh. Jack Nesgy, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Ryan Husband, the left fielder, will bat ninth. Chase Houselog is the starting pitcher for Sioux Falls East here in game number one. For the Fort Pierre Post States, Lincoln Keenels, the shortstop, leading things off. He'll be followed by Jane Wiebe, the pitcher, batting second. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting fourth. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting fifth. Gary Nedved, the right fielder, will bat sixth. George Stalley, the catcher, will bat seventh. Matt Hansen, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, will bat ninth here for Post State. And again, Post State starting a busy week. After today, they will play one 9-inning game on a Thursday tomorrow against Mandan. That will still start at 5 o'clock, but it will be just one 9-inning game. And then Pierre will be up in Minot Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a 12:15, 4:45 start on Friday, 12:15 on Saturday, and then Sunday will be determined on how they start and how they go through the pool play of their first three games. But Pierre went 2-2 in the Dakota Classic, now 7-9 on the season. And they're going to be looking for a big win against Sioux Falls Post 15 East, as they were able to get a 12-9 win. Post 15, they beat Renner Post 307 9-4 yesterday. After it was a 9-1 game going to the top of the seventh, the Renner scored 3 runs, made it a 9-4 game, and that's how it finished, as it was Tate Schaefer that had the win on the mound, throwing 97 pitches. Jackson Bowe threw 69 pitches for East in the game on Saturday, but he will not be playing. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. That's what caused him to leave the game on Saturday. But he will not play this week for Sioux Falls East. As we'll have Jaden Wiebe on the mound for Post State. Chase Houselog for Sioux Falls East. We're just about set for first pitch, as the teams are. Post State has taken the field. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. Come back with first pitch. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com. Or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
And we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium as we are set for first pitch between Pierre and Sioux Falls East on this Wednesday evening. John Winkler here as Jaden Wiebe is on the mound for Sioux Falls East, or for Post 8, taking on Sioux Falls East, and Sawyer Tolk will lead things off, the shortstop, as he makes his way here to the plate, followed by Cale Swanson and Ethan Bruns, the first 3 hitters, as the right-hander Wiebe is ready to go. The first pitch is over for strike 1, and we are underway here at 4:58. I guess here this afternoon, another 2 minutes before we get to the evening time, as Jaden Wiebe delivers the 0-1 to Tolk. He'll line that one the other way. That is down for a base hit. He bloops it in for a single. He'll round first and head for second. The throw to second will not be in time, as Gary Nedved was over there to cut it off, but Tolk will have a leadoff double on a bloop hit, and it will bring up now Cale Swanson, the right fielder. So for Jaden Wiebe, this is his first start of the season. He had 3 relief appearances, going 4 2/3 in those 3 innings, or in those 3 appearances. 4 hits, 1 run allowed, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.5 and a whip of 1.286, as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Cale Swanson. It's nearly the same lineup that we saw on Saturday, as the 1-0 pitch is at the knees for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Tolk went 2 for 4. Swanson went 1 for 4. They had just 2 extra bases, Tolrud and Smith, a double for Tolrud and a home run for Smith. This is now 2-1 to Cale Swanson. So this is, for Pierre, already given up 1 extra base hit. They're looking to have a better start than what they did on Saturday. Now they like to have the same finish, as that one's fouled to the third base dugout and is now 2-2. They were down 5-0, down 4-0 after the first, and down 5-0 after 2 before scoring 9 runs in the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch is missed low. Stalley will dig that out, and the count's now full at 3-2. Ethan Bruns, the third baseman, is on deck. 10 hits in the game for Post 15. 3-2, swing and a miss, and Jaden Wiebe gets a strikeout of Swanson. There's 1 down here at the top of the first inning. That's his 3rd strikeout of the season for Wiebe. Ethan Bruns went 1 for 5 on Saturday, and yesterday against Post 307 went 1 for 4. They had 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple for post 15. That one's over for strike one. And for Jaden Wiebe, he throws a lot of strikes. You love to see that from pitcher after pitcher, just filling in the strike zone. Here's the 0-1. That one will miss just a little bit low, and it's now 1-1. So far, he had just the 2 walks and 1 hit by a pitch, and now it's a total of 5 full innings for Jaden Wiebe this year, with the first out recorded here in the top of the first. Here's the 1-1. That one's shot out the other way. Gary Nedved will come in. It'll land in front for a base hit. Runner will hold at third base, and 2 bloop hits to right field for Sioux Falls East in this ball game. The runners are at the corners with 1 out in the top of the first, and it'll bring up Andrew Glovich, the catcher. Jack Merkwan is out in left, Brecken Kruger in center, and Gary Nedved in right. Johnny Lyons at third, Lincoln Keenels at short, Matthew Hansen at second, Bennett Dean at first, and George Stalley is behind the plate for Post State. As Wiebe will look to maybe induce a ground ball up the middle and see if Hansen and Keenels can turn 2. First pitch is missing low for ball 1. Again, so far that double and the single that have been hit from Tolk and Bruns, they've gone the other way, and they've gone for bloop singles and bloop double and a bloop single. I mean, that was, couldn't place the ball any better on both of those hits. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the mid of Stalley, and it's now 1-1. Glovich on Saturday went 1 for 4 with an RBI. And yesterday went 0 for 2. He walked twice, he scored twice. And the 9 runs that Post 15 had against runner Post 307. East is now 9-4 in South Dakota games. Here's the 1-1. That was upstairs. Ducking underneath it was Glovich, and it's now 2-1. Pierre's at 4-4 in South Dakota games. That was a big win to get, but they are still lagging behind the standings right now. And, of course, there's a lot more games to be played for Post 8. But right now, they're one of the final couple teams into the regional round. Not even just one of the top teams, one of the first teams to be hosting. They're one of the last teams to get in to the regional tournament. Post 22, no matter where they stand where they finish in the standings, they will come out of the final standings because they're the host of the state tournament. 3-1 pitch will miss low. Well, now they got it 3-1. Maybe it might be 3-2. I haven't seen the umpire. I thought it was a 3-1 count. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And now it's 3-2. And the count is full with 1 out and 2 on. Runners at the corners. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that one is popped up. Foul territory. Bennett Dean giving chase, but he will run out of room as it will land out of play. And it will remain at 3-2. And again, Pierre at 4-4. With 2 wins, you could see them maybe jump all the way up to 7th place by the time tonight's over with. You get 2 47-point wins over Sioux Falls East and at 38.5, and you can jump your way far up the standings. That one is high, pop up, foul territory. That's going to get out of play as well, and we'll do another 3-2 pitch. That one carried a lot farther than I thought it did. Johnny Lyons, when it initially went off the bat, I thought Lyons had an opportunity of, if it was going to stay in play, to go get it, but that was more for Jack Merkwan out in left field. Count remains at 3-2. Runner has not taken off on the 3-2 pitches. With a runner at third, runner at first. 1 out here in the top of the first. 3-2 again. That was upstairs for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. And the man that went deep against Pierre on Saturday, Jack Smith, will come to the plate. Smith went 2 for 3 with those 2 RBIs. He hit the 2-run homer. He did walk once. He scored twice. So this is a big spot here in the top of the first inning. The bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Smith also tripled yesterday as he went 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs against Post 307. He'll ground that one foul, and it's now 1-1. So he's picked up 7 RBIs in the 18 runs that have scored in their last 2 games, with 5 of them yesterday. Here's the 1-1. That one missed a low, and it's now 2-1. And, of course, he's got 3 guys on base right now. So that RBI total could increase a lot already early on, but also your ground ball from getting out of this inning. 2-1 pitch. That one is chopped to the plate again, another foul ball, and it's now 2-2. Weeby with 1 strikeout so far here in the top of the first. Listen to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station, as we are past 5 o'clock here at Heights Stadium. It's been a long time since we've been here. Only been here once so far this season. In 16 games, we've been here just once. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-2, and Weeby is in danger of walking home a run. It was a loss to Mandan, the home opener, the only game so far played here at Heights Stadium. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Here's a chopper over the head of Johnny Lyons. That jumped way high over his head. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and it's a 2-0 lead for post 15. And Lyons was playing even at the bag, playing in on the bag at third base. And if there had not been a guy at third base trying to keep it on a ground ball to go home with it, probably was going to be back far enough to make the play. However, it's a 2-run single, and Lyons just couldn't quite reach it. So Jack Smith has already got 4 runs driven in a game in 1 inning against Post State. There's a first pitch strike to Tate Schaefer. Schaefer, the second baseman, he went 1 for 3 on Saturday. And he was the winning pitcher yesterday against Post 307. That's going to get away from George Stalley. Runners will move to second and third. And a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And we'll see what they want to do with the infield. Looks like Dean and Lyons will remain even at the bag, and they'll play back in the middle and trade it out for a run here in the top of the first. Here's a 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball over to Keenels. The run will come in to score. The throw to first is going to be in time, and there's now 2 down. But another run does score, and it's now a 3-0 lead for Sioux Falls East here in the top of the first. And Smith stays at second base. So an RBI ground out for Schaefer. And now it's Mason Tolrud to the plate. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI on Saturday, and also yesterday went 1 for 3. Had a double against Pierre as well. So the 2 hits in the last 2 games have gone for doubles for Tolrud. There's a shot towards center field coming in as Brecken Kruger. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the first inning. 3 runs scored, though, in the inning on 3 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. After half inning, Sioux Falls East has jumped out on top 3-0 over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is the bottom of the first inning as Post State's be looking to answer back after 3 runs scored in the top of the first for Sioux Falls East, as it will be Lincoln Keenels, Jaden Wiebe, Jack Merkel on the first 3 hitters, followed by Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons, and Gary Nedved. Then be George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Brecken Kruger, the 7 through 9 hitters for Post State, as they are down 3-0 here in the bottom of the first, as Post State, well, they're not unfamiliar with the fact that they got down by several runs. It was a 4-0 lead after the first inning, 5-0 lead after 2, before Pierre scored 9 in the top of the 4th, and then scored a run the 5th, 6th, and 7th to pick up a 12-9 win over Sioux Falls East on Saturday. Post 8 went 2-2 against the Dakota Classic, and they're going to be a little bit more of the same in going forward. They hit the ball well in the Dakota Classic, hit .342 as a team, and had 9 extra base hits in those 4 games. 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. Drove in 24 runs, 29 runs scored in those 4 games. Lincoln Keenels had the home run against Columbus, Nebraska, but he hit .444 in the Dakota Classic with 3 singles, a home run, and that home run was his only RBI. But he hit the ball well at the Dakota Classic in the 3 games that he played. First pitch is over for strike 1. From Chase Houselog, the starting pitcher here for Sioux Falls East. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's right down the middle. It's quickly 0-2. Houselog works from the stretch, even though with nobody on base. Feels like you're seeing more and more guys do that. They like to work from the stretch right out of the gates. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Keenels thought about offering at it, was able to hold up on a good pitch on the outside edge. A good take there from Keenels, and the count's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Houselog. Upstairs, evens the count, now 2 balls and 2 strikes to leadoff man Lincoln Keenels. Keenels will not be with the team this weekend, but he will probably be used at some point here today. 2-2 pitch is taken at the top of the zone and looked at for strike 3. And Houselog will pick up his first strikeout. And it will bring up Gene Wiebe now. As Wiebe is hitting .292 here on the season, but hit .462. One of the second best average in the Dakota Classic for Post 8. .462 average with 3 triples and a double. First pitch is over on the outside corner for strike 1. It's 6 hits, 5 runs driven in the Dakota Classic. That's where Wiebe his average continues to climb because of a weekend like what we just saw at the Dakota Classic, as that one misses outside, and it's now 1-1 here to Wiebe. But he's got the task of being the starting pitcher and hitting for himself. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Wiebe will go the other way down the right field line, but that will hook foul. And it's now 1-2. I guess slice foul. And it's now 1-2. And for Wiebe Keenels might be the only 2 guys, maybe Merkwan as well, the only 3 that you'd see hit for themselves while pitching. That one is taken on the outside corner, and Wiebe will go down on strikes looking, and it's now 2 down. Back-to-back K's, backwards K's to open this up here in this ball game. Post State did strike out 35 times over the Dakota Classic in those 4 games. So not as strong of a weekend as they had been. Now they've struck out 73 times, making it 75 times over the season in game number 17 of the year. But they saw more K's go up on the score sheet. That one's over for a strike. It's 1-1 here to Jack Merkwan. Merkwan comes in hitting .244 in the season. He's got 1 triple, 3 doubles, 11 runs driven in, one of 3 guys with double-digit RBIs. And that one's at the knees. Is now 1-2, and Houselog a strike away from striking out the side here in the bottom of the first. Probably can't ask for a better start if you end up striking out the side. 1-2 pitch. That one is just a bit outside, and it's now 2-2. Almost had 3 backwards Ks to open up the ball game. So here comes now the 2-2. That one is off the glove of the catcher in Glovich. And it is now a 3-2 count. Husband is out at left, Smith in center, and Swanson in right. Bruns at third, Tolk at short, Schaefer at second, Ness G at first, Glovich behind the plate, and here's the 3-2 from Houselog. And Merquan was able to get a piece of it and foul back. Good velocity from Chase Houselog. The off-speed pitch. Keenels end up striking out on a pitch at the top of the zone, but the 0-2 pitch that he threw against Keenels, that one spun just outside of the zone. Here's the 3-2 again. And it comes inside and taken for strike 3. Merquan thought he had taken ball 4, but instead it's 3 strikeouts all looking here in the inning for Pierre, and it's a 3-0 lead after 1 for Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the second inning, Sioux Falls East has a 3-0 lead, and 8-9-1 will be due up here for the team in purple as they look to try to extend that 3-0 first pitch swinging out towards right center field. Another base hit. This one shot the gap, though. Brecken Kruger is going to get over there to cut it off, as it will be just a leadoff single for Jack Neschi on the first pitch that he sees. And they are in business already to open things up in the top of the second. And here's Ryan Husband, the left fielder. And for Sioux Falls East, they're wasting no time in trying to extend this early lead. Here's the first pitch to Husband, and they'll foul that one out of play, and it's 0-1. Husband went 0 for 1. He came into the game as a replacement after Dylan Rippentrop was 1 for 2. Then Neschi came in, and before he got a chance to get an official at-bat or even a plate appearance, Ryan Husband came in. Time is called from Husband. On deck, Sawyer Tolk, the top of the order. Already due up next for the Sioux Falls East. That one a check swing, but a full swing from Husband. It is now 0-2. The runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's the 0-2 from Wiebe. Curveball that's upstairs, and it's now 1-2. For this post-8 team, an ERA as a squad, as a pitching staff at 5.76 and a whip of 1.97. Batting average against of 297. That one is foul to the plate, so we'll do it again here at 1-2. And to contrast that to the offense, a 292 batting average as a team for Pierre. So right around the same spot. Runners in scoring position. Opponents rating 304 against post 8. 1-2 pitch. That one is outside. It's now 2-2. Pierre is hitting 308 with runners in scoring position. They hit 358 over the weekend with runners in scoring position at the Dakota Classic. Wiebe peers in for the sign. Here comes the 2-2 to Ryan Husband. Misses low and outside it, and it's now a 3-2 count. Just one walk so far for Wiebe, but several full count pitches against. And we'll see if the runner and Neschi will have a head start here with a 3-2 count, nobody out. Is not running. 3-2 is missed inside, and it will be a walk, and it's first and second now with nobody out. And it's back to the top of the order for Sawyer Tolk. Tolk doubled to lead things off in the top of the first inning, came around to score on the 2 RBI single from Jack Smith. For Tate Schaefer had the RBI ground out to make it a 3-0 ball game. Here's the first pitch, swinging out towards center field. Brecken Kruger right there to make the catch. He took one step in and probably didn't even have to take a step. That was hit right on a nose to him. And there's one down. It'll bring up Cale Swanson. Swanson struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. The one strikeout that Wiebe has through an inning and a third. And again, a ground ball gets you out of this inning. Here's the first pitch to Swanson. Misses low and outside for ball one. Everything that's outside of a curveball that's missed upstairs and maybe another pitch that's gone above the head of the hitter, Wiebe stayed down the zone throughout this first part of the ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's on the outside corner on the top of the zone, and it's taken for a strike, and it's now even at a ball and a strike here to Cale Swanson. Be followed by Ethan Bruns. Here's the 1-1 from Wiebe. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. That one was a curveball that Swanson, I think, would like to have back. That one went off the umpire, and that helped out Post State because Stalley had missed it because it bounced 5 feet in front of the plate that Swanson swung at. Stalley missed it, but it went off the umpire's hand, and it stayed right next to home plate, so kept the runners at first and second. And that one might have gotten the umpire a little bit better, more clean than usual. Sam Nas will make his way out there to check on the home plate umpire. Maybe got him somewhere on one of the fingers on the left hand, because that doesn't feel too good. It maybe jammed up a little bit, but he seems to be okay, and Coach White will help out, buying a little bit more time to give him a couple more baseballs, but he seems to be okay. And the count is 1-2 here to Cale Swanson. And Wiebe will be looking for a second strikeout, which would be against Cale Swanson. Runners at first and second and one out here in the top of the second. Sioux Falls East leading 3-0 over Pierre. Here's the 1-2. That one is skied out to left field. Jack Merkwan going back. He'll now come in. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down. That one didn't carry as far as Merkwan was thinking it was going to, but he was able to make the catch, and there's now 2 away. And we'll bring up Ethan Bruns. And he also, it didn't look as clean, but might have been getting behind the ball to come in and make sure that if the runner tags, he'd have a good head start to try and throw him out. I'm going to bring up Ethan Bruns, number 3 hitter, with now 2 away here in the top of the second. First pitch, grounded foul down the third base line. And it's 0-1. That would have easily scored the runner at second and Nesci. And going towards the corner would have been interesting to see if the runner would get to try and score from first. It's Nesci at second and Hussman at first. Runners at first and second with 2 away. They're the first 2 in the inning, and they both reach base. And a fly ball to center, a fly ball to left. And now there's 2 away in the 0-1 pitch. This will go to right field. Gary Nedved will go back, and it will go over his head. It will be down for extra bases. Both runs will come in to score. Nedved will play it off the wall, and the throw coming in is cut off by Hansen. And 2 runs scored to make it a 5-0 ball game. And Ethan Bruns has opened up a handful lead with a 2 RBI double. And it will bring up Andrew Glovich. Glovich walked and came in to score on the RBI ground out from Schaefer. And the inning continues for an opportunity to extend this past a 5-0 lead. And for Sioux Falls East, they had a 5-0 lead on Saturday. Post State probably is not wanting to try and have the same fate. You know, they would like to have the same fate right now. Probably not wanting to tempt that again, but they have to now. And Sioux Falls East is saying we don't want the same fortune to happen against us as it did on Saturday. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1 here to Glovich. So Pierre will have to try and find a way back again after having a 5-0 lead or 5-0 deficit in Saturday. Now a 5-0 deficit again here in the top of the second inning against Sioux Falls East. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-1. These are the only South Dakota games this week against for Pierre. Tomorrow they have a 1-9-inning game against Mandan, and then will be in a Minot tournament. A potential of seeing Mandan again, but not scheduled to play them through the first 3 games. It's now 3-1, and Jack Smith is waiting on deck, who already has 2 RBIs in the ball game. Pierre will play Glendive and then Minot on Friday, and then face Billings on Saturday. That one will miss for another walk. Second walk issued of the inning. Third walk of the ball game is now first and second. With 2 outs here in the top of the second, and Jack Smith, the center fielder, will come to the plate first and second. 2 away for Smith, who's already got 2 runs driven in. And a 5-0 deficit for Pierre in the top of the second. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. No activity in the bullpen right now for Post State. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a line shot to left field. Merkwan going back. He'll hang up in time for Merkwan to make the catch and retire the side. Another 7 men come to the plate. Another 2-run score on 2 hits in the inning. There was no errors and 2 men left on base. We have played an inning and a half, and Sioux Falls East has a 5-0 lead over Pierre. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Bottom of the second, Post State has 4, 5, and 6, looking to put the ball in play here in the bottom of the second inning. 3 strikeouts, all of them looking in the first inning against from Chase Houselog against the top of the 3 hitters for Pierre. So it's now 4, 5, and 6. Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons, and Gary Nedved. And then George Stalley, if anybody reaches base. And for Post State, again, you don't want to expect that a team, you want to expect to go down 5-0 and give yourself a big hole to climb out of and expect to do it all the time. But in this game, you got to do it again. You got to try and come back for another 5-run deficit against Sioux Falls East. And then in game 2, don't try it a third time. Maybe a third time might be a charm for Sioux Falls East to get up big and stay up. But for Pierre, you're pressing your luck a little bit against a really good team, and they still have to do it. You didn't want to, but now you're in the spot that you have to try and find your way. As Bennett Dean will lead things off here for Post State. Dean didn't have the tournament that he was probably hoping for. Just hit 77 for Pierre, just 1 hit in total. As the first pitch is over for strike 1. His average has now dipped to 275 on the year. With 10 runs driven in, he's gotten to 1 inside the park home run. That one's popped up foul territory, and that will get out of play, and it's now 0-2. And Houselog again a strike away from getting the first 4 retired on strikeouts. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Houselog Nadine. That one he was able to hold off in time. Taken up high and outside, and the count's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Houselog Nadine. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-2. Johnny Lyons is awaiting on deck. After tonight's, Pierre will take on Mitchell on the road in another South Dakota game. That will be on June 29th, next week, Wednesday. And then Pierre will face Renner on Friday, July 1st, part of a triangular with Minot. Pierre will actually play Minot on Thursday at home and then play that triangular against Renner. And then they're going to be home the rest of the way for the South Dakota games against Mitchell July 5th, one game on July 6th against Post 22. And the schedule just blew away from me, so I got to pick it back up. It's a 2-2 pitch, and Dean will pop it up right side, foul territory. First baseman in Nesky moving over to the bench into the dugout, and he cannot make the play. And Bennett Dean will have another opportunity here. Be one game against Post 22 on July 6th, then July 13th a doubleheader against Sturgis, the 16th against Brandon Valley at home, and the 18th against Aberdeen to close out the season. Those Sturgis, Brandon Valley, and Aberdeen will be the final three doubleheaders of the season for Pierre, all here at home. 2-2 pitch. That one taken for strike 3, and that's 4 strikeouts, all looking to open up the ball game for Chase Houselog. And it will be now Johnny Lyons just looking to put the ball in play for Post State. 4 backwards Ks and 4 batters for Chase Houselog in this ball game. Here's the first pitch to Johnny Lyons. Upstairs for ball 1. Lyons over the Dakota Classic, he hit .333. He had 2 doubles. He drove in a run at 4 runs. His average at .341, which is second on the team with, as that one's taken for a strike, it's now 1-1. Gary Nedved at .342. I guess Lincoln Keno's at .375 is a little bit higher. He might be leading the team in batting average. As Lyons will shoot that out towards center field. First ball put into play, but it's right to the center fielder in Smith, and he'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down. Smith had trouble seeing the ball in center field on Saturday as the night was falling on at Harmon Park. Smith was having some trouble finding the ball out in center field, and it helped Post State score a couple extra runs. Now, one of them that he had trouble with, I think, wasn't really going to matter anyway. We'd end up with a triple on it. But he was still a little bit of a struggle for Smith. Here's the 1-0 pitch as Nedved will foul it back, and it's now 1-1. Nedved had the best Dakota Classic, .545 batting average, went 6 for 11 last weekend. 2 runs driven in. He had all 6 of his hits were singles, but 6 for 11 in the Dakota Classic, trying to continue that here as his average has jumped up to .342. Looking for his first extra base hit still. And from the high school season to the Legion season, you wouldn't think that would be the case. And from what last year was for Nedved, he mashed the ball around the ballpark. But the count's now 2-2 as Nedved looks to be the first base runner for Pierre. Houselog comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is up the mid on the ground, fielded by Tolk. The throw across is in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Houselog. 6 up, 6 down to open up the ball game for Chase Houselog. We get to the top of the third, 5-0 lead for Sioux Falls East over Pierre. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Top of the third inning, Post State's down 5-0 as we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, and it will be 6, 7, and 8. Tate Schaefer, Mason Tolrud, and Jack Neschi, the first three hitters. 7 guys came to the plate in the first inning. 7 guys came to the plate in the second inning. 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. 5 hits in total. 5 runs have scored for Sioux Falls East. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the first 2 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors for Pierre in the first 2 innings. And Tate Schaefer to lead things off. Mason Tolrud and then Jack Neschi. Schaefer grounded out to Keenholz in the first inning. Drove in the third run of the ball game for Sioux Falls East. Here's the first pitch. Here's a ground ball that is fouled on the third base line. Well, and one of the things that Coach White has continuously said, if you listen on KCCR in the morning or read the stories after and before games, a lot of it is about having good, and as he always likes to say, competitive at-bats. So that one's grounded over to the third baseman Lyons. He dropped it, picked it back up, had plenty of time, didn't panic, had plenty of time to throw it over to first, and does retire Tate Schaefer to lead things off in the top of the third inning. And it will bring up Mason Tolrud. But he talks about having competitive at-bats, and so far through the first 6 guys for Pierre, you can say 4 of them didn't really have the competitive at-bats that he would like to see. They might go down as a quality at-bat with a 6-pitch or more at-bat, but end up striking out, not putting the ball in play, not even swinging the bat. Not the competitive at-bats that Coach White likes to see as the first pitch bounces into Mason Tolrud. You look at the quality at-bats that Pierre had over the season so far, 42% of quality at-bats. As there's a fly ball to center field. Brecken Kruger will go back on it. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 quickly down here in the top of the third. And it will bring up the number 8 hitter in Jack Neschi, who singled in his first trip to the plate. But for Pierre, I mean, you state the obvious in saying, well, when you lose games, the quality at-bats aren't as good as in wins. But for Pierre, it's almost 3 innings worth of quality at-bats that go away in losses as the first pitch is over for strike 1. In the 9 losses so far, Pierre is percentage-wise at 37.59% of quality at-bats. Here's the 0-1 pitch. As that one's popped up right side, Gary Nedved will move over to the line, and he will run out of time to get over to it. It's now 0-2. They've had 100 quality at-bats in total. In the 7 wins so far, which is 2 less games than the losses, they've averaged basically 47% of quality at-bats, 123 quality at-bats. That's 23 extra at-bats in 2 less games. I mean, that's a full game of less quality at-bats in a 7-inning game in 3 outs. You know, you're 23 more than in losses. That tells you when Pierre is good and Pierre wins, that they're hitting the ball well. Every other at-bat is a good at-bat for Pierre. And when they're not playing so well, basically one at-bat an inning is good. 2 of the 3 at-bats are not quality for Post State. That one's popped up. That one is moving into foul territory. Matt Hansen will go out and make the play in foul territory and retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Wiebe there in the top of the third. We have the bottom of the third. Pierce still down 5-0 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
7-8-9 here for Post States, looking for their first base runner, George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Brecken Kruger, as Chase Houselog has been perfect through 2 innings with 4 backwards Ks. 4 guys have struck out. They all looked at strike 3 through the first 6 that he's retired. But George Stalley, Matthew Hansen, and Brecken Kruger looking to change the fortune here in the bottom of the third after Jaden Wiebe posted his first 1-2-3 inning of the evening. Post State again will travel to Mandan tomorrow, 5 o'clock, first pitch, 4:45 on the air, and it will be a 1 9-inning game against Mandan. And then Pierre will finish traveling up to Minot on Friday. We'll have the game at 12:15 Friday afternoon, then 4:45 in the first 2 games, as Pierre will be playing North Dakota, Montana, teams just out, every team out of the state from Thursday through Sunday on, as the first pitch to Stalley will come upstairs for ball 1. And then you get a couple days of a break before you go to Mitchell for a doubleheader on June 29th. And then Renner at home on Friday in part of a triangular, as there's a swing and a miss by Stalley, and it's now 1-1. George Stalley was not part of the team, the Dakota Classic this weekend. He's hitting .265 so far in the season. 2 doubles, a triple. Has driven in 6 runs. He has scored 13 times, though, for Pierre. That one's fouled back and over the top of the press box, and the count's now 1-2. Stalley looking to be the first base runner here for Pierre. Houselog delivers the 1-2 pitch. A chopper to the third baseman coming in on it. So will be Bruns. The throw across is in time. The leadoff man retired on the second ground ball out of the ball game from Houselog. And it brings up now Matthew Hansen, the second baseman. Hansen, .333 batting average, 3 doubles so far, 5 runs driven in for Hansen. Over the Dakota Classic, .385 batting average, and one of the doubles with 3 runs driven in. First pitch nearly hits Hansen. That would have been the first base runner and would have ended the perfect game from Chase Houselog. But we'll have a 1-0 count here. Hansen's not looking just to get hit by a pitch. He wants to base hit. Put an end to the perfect game and no-hitter all at once. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a line shot. That will do it. That's going to get down the right field line, cut off by the right fielder in Swanson. First base runner, first hit for Pierre. And it will bring up now Brecken Kruger with 1 on and 1 out. Brecken Kruger comes in, .235 batting average. All 8 hits have been singles, 6 runs driven in. He had the safety squeeze RBI on Saturday on the second game on Saturday. Through a complete game in Game 1 against Columbus, Nebraska. First pitch is over for strike 1 at the knees to Kruger. Kruger on the season, that ERA 1.75 and a whip of 0.917. As that one is upstairs for a ball. It's now 1-1. He's been very good on the mound for Post State. 191 batting average against. 5 of the 13 innings, 5 of the 12 innings that he has thrown has been 1, 2, 3 innings. There's a balk that is going to be called against Houselog, as he must have slipped trying to, I'm not sure exactly what might have happened on that throw, but he did not complete the throw. He just dropped the ball, and it ends up being a balk, and now Matthew Hansen's at second, and Kruger's got an RBI opportunity all of a sudden on the mistake from Houselog. 1-1 pitch outside, and it's now 2-1 here to Brecken Kruger. Kruger in the game on Saturday you really look at it, just 2 mistakes, and it was 2 home runs. 5 runs came in off of 1 guy. That one's flown out towards right field. Hansen will fake the tag at second as the catch is made by Swanson, the right fielder, and there's now 2 down, and it will bring us back to the top of the order for Lincoln Keenels, who, for Pierre, wants to drive in that game's first run. Down 5-0 right now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Sioux Falls East coming in at 9-4 against South Dakota opponents. Pierre at 4-4. They're going to stay at or above 500 in South Dakota games, and they can get to 500 on the season if they sweep East, and would be at 6-4 against South Dakota teams before taking on Mitchell next week, Wednesday. First pitch missed to Lincoln Keenels as Chase Houselog has been working for the stretch throughout, but dealing with a runner in scoring position here with 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. Jane Wiebe, the pitcher, is on deck for Pierre. Only base runner so far. It was a base hit for Matthew Hansen. He's now at second. Keenel's trying to drive him in. Here's the 1-1. A chopper up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Hansen will round third. He will try and score. The throw coming in. It will be up. The catcher will come up between the mound and home plate to make the play, and it'll allow Keenels to take second on the throw. So it's an RBI single for Lincoln Keenels, and Post State is on the board, making a 5-1 ball game. The throw from Smith was not going to be in time, and so Glovich tried to come up from the plate, ended up catching it low, and Keenels read that throw perfectly and took off to second as soon as that ball left the hand of Smith. Jaden Wiebe swings misses at the first pitch. So it's a 5-1 ball game and still runner in score position. 2 hits in the inning, 1 run scored so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Comes inside, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Wiebe struck out looking his first trip to the plate. All 3 guys on the top of the order. Keenels, Wiebe, and Merkwan struck out looking, but see if they all can follow Keenels' suit this time through, too, with a base hit. 1-1. Wiebe up the middle to the right side, fielded by the second baseman and Schaefer. The throw to first will retire Wiebe and retire the side. Well, 1 run does come in to score. Post State is on the board. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 3 innings, Pierre down 5-1 to East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at ComtechPlus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Top of the 4th inning, and Pierre is down 5-1 as Sioux Falls East will have 9-1-2. Ryan Hussman, Sawyer Tolk, and Akale Swanson be the first 3 hitters here for Sioux Falls East as they will look to try and get that run back, and it'll be a big inning here for Jade Wiebe and Post State to try and get another 0. Wiebe retired the order in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch, bouncing in for ball 1. Here to Ryan Hussman, who walked and came in to score on the 2 RBI double from Ethan Bruns. That made it a 5-0 game at the time. That one's on the outside corner and taken for a strike, and it's even at a ball and a strike here to Hussman. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss Lonis, now 2-1. So far, 5 runs on 5 hits. Everybody that's, well, not everybody that's got a base hit has came in to score, but the 2 walks that have been issued, 2 of the 3 walks that have been issued have come in to score. That one is upstairs. It's now 3-1 here to Hussman. Tolk and Swanson, 1 and 2 in the order. They're due up next. Here's the 3-1. That one is above the zone, and it will be the 4th walk now issued from Jaden Wiebe, and the leadoff man is on base to kick off the top of the 4th. And here is Sawyer Tolk. Tolk is 1 for 2. He doubled to lead off the ball game. And then he flew out to Kruger in center field. And the top of the order rolls over with a runner on first base and nobody out in the top of the 4th. Pickoff attempt and back in safely at first is Hussman. Pierre had 12 hits in the first contest on Saturday against Post 15. East had 10 hits, scored 9 runs, 6 RBIs. There's a strike to Tolk. Pierre had just 7 runs driven in. Jaden Wiebe had 3 of those RBIs. They scored 12 times, only 7 runs came in. As the runner takes off to second to throw, a swipe tag, and they got him out at second. Matthew Hansen is able to get the tag down, applied in time, and George Staley's gunned down a runner trying to steal second base, and there's one down. That's a huge, huge throw from George Staley and a great tag from Matt Hansen. And there's now one down here in the top of the 4th inning and nobody on base. Here's the next pitch from Jaden Wiebe. That one will miss outside. And the count is now 2-1. Wiebe back to the windup with nobody on base. 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play and is now 2-2. Here to the top of the order in Sawyer Tolk. Again, that's a big throw from George Staley. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, the Lions will dive, he misses. Keenol's in the hole, got a glove on it to knock it down, but it will be a single for Sawyer Tolk. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And the runner, if he is at second base, he may not find his way over to third. It still might be first and second with nobody out, but no matter if it's first and third or first and second with nobody out, it's nicer to have just a runner on first and one down, and you're still a ground ball away as Cale Swanson will come to the plate. Ground ball, again, can get you out of this inning. Swanson's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, also flew out to the left fielder in Merkwan. First pitch, he'll fly that one out of play on the left side, as that will slice out of play. And it's an 0-1 count here to Cale Swanson. Number 2 hitter in the order, Ethan Bruns, who is 2 for 2, is on deck. 6th of the ball game already for Sioux Falls East. There's a ground ball to the right side for Hansen. That one took a bad hop. He's able to make the play, but he throws it wide to first base. Runners will end up at second and third. It will be an air charge to Matthew Hansen. And that one's was already tough to begin with because that's the hop that it took over to him. He had to put the glove down real quick from where he had it positioned because that ball was going to come up right towards his head. And then he had to drop the glove down real fast. He didn't feel it cleanly. He got up, had time, was able to pick it up and had time, but he threw it wide to first base to Dean. And it ends up pushing both runners 90 feet farther, and it's now second and third here with one out. And the first pitch at the top of the zone to Bruns is taken for strike 1. And for Bruns, he's already driven in 2 runs on a double. Another 2 runs in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. That one is at the knees, is now 0-2. Andrew Glovich is on deck. He's walked both times he's come to the plate. But we be looking for the strikeout here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to Dean. Off the hands of Dean. He's able to pick it back up. He'll go to first. The run comes in to score, but he is able to get the second out. So it's now a 6-1 ball game with 2 away and a runner on third base. That's the third RBI now the ball game for Ethan Bruns. And it will bring up Glovich, who has not had an official at-bat yet in this ball game. The runner on third, 2 down here in the top of the fourth. First pitch swings and misses. So East is able to get that run back. And are back up by 5 here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-1. That one is looked out for strike 2, and the count is now 0-2 here to Andrew Glovich. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Weeby will pick up his second strikeout and retire the side here in the top of the fourth inning. 1 run does score on 1 hit in the inning, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We have played 3.5, and Pierre is down 6-1 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family-owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet? But forget your phone instead. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so sexy. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Post State down 6-1, as it will be 3, 4, and 5. Jack Merkwan, Bennett Dean, and Johnny Lyons, the first 3 hitters here for the Eights, as they're right back to where they were in the going to the bottom of the third inning, down by 5 runs. And they need that big 5-run comeback. They've done it once so far this year against Sioux Falls East just a couple of days ago. But they're going to need a little bit of luck in this one too, because what Sioux Falls East did in that game, they ended up having 8 different wild pitches that were thrown. There were 5 runs that were scored in the ball game for Pierre that did not have a RBI credit to him, as the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Jack Merkwan. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He checks his swing. They're going to ask him down the line, and he did swing, so it's now 0-2 here to Jack Merkwan, and he'll have to battle up here. Houselog looking for strikeout number 5. And Merkwan, though, will put it in the right field, down for a base hit. Leadoff man is on base to kick off the bottom of the fourth. And that will bring up Bennett Dean. Dean was the final of the 4 strikeout victims in a row, as he is 0 for 1. Johnny Lyons is on deck. Again, 3, 4, and 5 here in the bottom of the fourth for Post State. First pitch to Dean is outside for ball 1. Merkwan will lead away from first base, as Houselog will come set. And here is the 0-1 pitch. The 1-0 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it's now 2-0 here to Dean. Merkwan looked like he was looking like he was about to steal and didn't get the jump. Houselog did a good job of holding him on, pausing a little bit longer. 2-0. That one will miss, gets in the dirt. Merkwan takes off for second. He will be standing up at second base. And the count is now 3-0 here to Dean. So he's got a good hitter's count. Well, probably got the red light here, and then potentially could still have a good hitter's count. Here's the 3-0. Dean taking all the way and to get me over strike, and it's now 3-1. As Dean will looking for a good pitch to hit on 3-1. Lyons waits on deck. Step off and a look at second base, and Merkwan scampers back to the bag. Here's the 3-1 from Houselog to Dean. On the outside corner, and it's now 3-2. And Houselog has worked his way back, down 3-0 the count. Back to a full count and a payoff pitch upcoming. Here it comes from Houselog. Dean will ground to the right side. They'll move Merkwan over to third base. The throw to first will retire Dean. And there's one down, but a good at-bat there from Dean to advance the runner 90 feet over. And it will bring up Johnny Lyons. And Post State could still use a productive out to score Merkwan. But a base hit will pull Pierre back within 4. Lyons flew out of the center fielder in his first trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Swings and misses, an off-speed pitch that was outside the zone. Lyons was sitting on the fastball on that first pitch. 3 hits so far for Pierre. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Sioux Falls East. That one's fouled straight back. It is now 0-2. Here to Johnny Lyons. In the bottom of the 4th in Game 1 of our doubleheader. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as we're just past 6 o'clock. Here at beautiful Heinz Stadium. Here's the 0-2. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 1-2 to Lyons. Almost feels unfamiliar to be here. Only 1 home game so far this summer against Mandan. And that was a scheduled doubleheader that turned into just 1 game because of weather. 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play by Lyons, and we'll do it again. No weather to be concerned about here for this game, and not much to worry about for this weekend either. And especially on Saturday when looking at temperatures for the Minot tournament. As the 1-2 pitch, Lyons will swing and miss and strike out. 5th strikeout now the ball game for Houselog, and there's 2 away. And it's up to Gary Nedved to drive in Jack Merkwan. Nedved grounded out to the shortstop in his first trip to the plate. Looking at the temperatures for the Minot tournament Saturday, high is only supposed to be 66 degrees. Almost have to think about bringing some jeans, some jackets, as that one will go off the glove of Glovich, but not far enough away for Merkwan to score. The last weekend of June, and a high temperature in Minot, North Dakota at 66. That sounds like a pretty good Saturday afternoon. Here's the 1-0 pitch. As Nedved will go the other way, out towards right field. That will get over the head and down for extra bases. Merkwan will come in to score. Nedved, he'll stop at second with a 2-out RBI double. And the first extra base of the season is a big one for Gary Nedved. And Nedved is standing at second for George Stalley now, an RBI opportunity. And Pierre has cut the lead back down to 4. It's a 6-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stalley in his first at-bat, ground out to the third baseman. It took 7 straight and then the 8th hitter to finally crack through for Chase Houselog, as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Stalley. Yeah, the first double of the season for Gary Nedved. Getting 14 hits. And the way that Nedved swings the bat and the strength that he has, you think it'd be crazy to have 14 hits and only one double. And it would have came on the 14th hit. Here's a ground ball to the right side, fielded by the first baseman, and Nesky. He'll step on the bag and retire the side here in the bottom of the fourth inning. But a run down score on the RBI double from Nedved. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the fifth, and Pierre is down 6-2 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bankwest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bankwest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Back here, top of the fifth inning, Post State is down 6-2, as it will be 5, 6, and 7 for Sioux Falls East. Jack Smith, Tate Schaefer, and Mason Tolrud. East was able to get one of those runs back in the top of the fourth inning, but it's still a 4-run ball game right now. 6-2 is our score, as Post State didn't answer back in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the first pitch to Jack Smith. That one is over for strike one. Smith so far is 1 for 2. He singled home 2 runs. And he also flew out to the left fielder. And the count is now quickly 0-2 here to Jack Smith. That was a ground ball at the line. Lyons makes the play. The throw to first is not going to be in time. It'll be an infield single for Smith. That was as close to a foul ball on the line as possible. Lyons made the play, and to make it as close as it was impressive for Johnny Lyons, but there is no chance of getting Jack Smith on that type of a ground ball. Lyons was in the grass in the foul territory of third base. Tate Schaefer now with an RBI ground out. He'll ground ball left side. Keenels dives off of his glove into left field. Merkwan, though, was on his way in, so it's just going to be a single for Tate Schaefer. But back-to-back singles for Sioux Falls East, and my goodness, can you place them any better? I mean, Lyons makes the play over at the bag, but if it's an inch to the left, it's a foul ball. And they probably don't get anybody. But a runner from first to second, if Keenels, that ball's an inch closer to him and he makes the play, he might be able to throw him out at second base to retire somebody. But instead, it goes as two hits that, again, what can you do? Weeby got the ground ball, and they were just in spots that it's hard to make the play. Almost impossible to make the play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Might have been off the glove of Stalley, but might have been off the umpire as well, and the count's now 1-1. Yeah, Stalley makes his way out to talk with Weeby. That indicates that it did go off the umpire. And the count is 1-1 here to Mason Tolrud. Tolrud has flown out to the center fielder both times he's been at the plate. And Stalley will have he will take his time walking back to behind home plate, get back in the crouch. Give the home plate umpire just a little bit extra time here. The count is 1-1 to Mason Tolrud with runners at first and second and nobody out. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to Lyons over at third. He'll go the bag, step on third. The throw across is not going to be in time, so it'll go down as a fielder's choice. But a good play there from Lyons to get the lead runner. And nearly turned a 5-3 double play. But it will be a 5U fielder's choice, and there's now one down. And it will bring up Jack Nesky, who is 1 for 2. Singled back in the second. Popped out in foul territory to Matt Hansen, the second baseman, in the third inning. Another ground ball could get you out of the inning. Instead, this one's going to be floated to the second baseman, Hansen. He'll go back to make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And it'll bring up Ryan Hussman. Hussman's walked twice. Hussman walked and scored in the second, and then was thrown out trying to steal second after he walked in the 4th inning. First 2 reached base, actually the first 3 reached base with a fielder's choice, as the first pitch is cut on and missed by Hussman. But Jaden Wiebe has been able to he's induced 3 ground balls and then a soft flare that was caught by Hansen, as this now 0-2 to Ryan Hussman, the number 9 hitter. Trying to work around those 2 basically infield singles. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will miss just a little bit low and away, and it's now 1-2 here to Ryan Hussman. Runners at first and second and 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 from Wiebe. Ground ball again. Keenels will charge. He'll field. The throw from short is in time, and that will retire the side. So the first 2 reach base on singles, but they are left stranded. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Pierre down 6-2. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Post 8 is down 6-2, and it will be 8-9-1. Matthew Hansen, Brecken Kruger, and Lincoln Keenels, the first 3 hitters. The DH and Mason Tolroot is now in right field, and looks like Cale Swanson has come out of the ball game, which means that the pitcher and Chase Houselog will be hitting in Tolroot's spot, or excuse me, in Swanson's spot, which is due up second in the ball in the top of the 6th inning. Here's Matthew Hansen. First pitch is missing low for ball 1. He singled in his first at bat, his only plate appearance so far as we play here in the bottom of the 5th. Post 8 down by 4, 6-2. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0. Hansen, Kruger, then the top of the order, Lincoln Keenels. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Nice pickup there by Bruns. The throw to first is in time, and it will retire the leadoff man 5-3, and that's how we kick off the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll bring up Brecken Kruger now, who flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat. If you're watching on YouTube, KCCR Sports, we've had a bird just keep flying back and forth. He wants his wants his TV time, I guess. He's getting almost dangerously close to flying his way into the press box. I don't have any food up here for him, but I'm not sure what. He's got there's a nest somewhere that trying to get to and doesn't like the fact that I'm around it. 1-0 pitch. Kruger will pop this one up. That'll be foul, and it will get out of play and land on top of the grandstand here at Hyde Stadium. And the count is even at a ball and a strike here to Kruger. And Kruger hitting .235 coming into this doubleheader. He has driven in 6 runs. Scored 9 times for Post State. Check swing and a called strike, and it's now 1-2. In the bottom of the 5th, 1 out, nobody on, as Post State trailing 6-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lincoln Keenels will wait on deck. Here's the 2-2. That one is looked at for strike 3. And that's the 5th strikeout to backwards K that Chase Houselog has had in this ball game. 6 strikeout in total. And it brings up Lincoln Keenels, who is 1 for 2 so far in this ball game. Singled home the first run for Pierre. Made a 5-1 ball game at the time. Now it's 6-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And there's 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch will miss low to the Post State shortstop. Isaac Pollock will start game 2 for Post State. I think that Lincoln Keenels will probably be in relief, and maybe even in relief in this ball game too, depending on the situation. But we're going to the top of the 6th next, and we'll see who maybe the first guy in relief is for Post State. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 2-1. But again, Pollock will get the ball in game number 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Keenels goes the other way, and that will slice foul, and it's now 2-2. And then Isaac Pollock will join the team, and I guess he's already here with the team, but he'll continue with the team this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, and he'll have several at-bats. He's going to be part of a handful of guys that will be going to this tournament. That one's through the right side for a base hit for Keenels. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game, as that was a seeing eye single just past the first baseman and into right field. And Jaden Wiebe, the pitcher, has an opportunity to extend this inning farther after Keenels with the 2-out single. Saw Aaron Booth hit over the weekend. He hit .429, went 3 for 7. Drove in 2 runs, as Wiebe will swing and foul the first pitch back as Keenels was off with the pitch. So maybe a little friendly competition to see if Isaac Pollock can do the same thing and hit near .430 in a weekend of baseball. It's fun to see those guys hit, especially the 2 of Aaron Booth and Isaac Pollock. Here's the 0-1 from Houselog to Wiebe. There's a grounder that is foul. That went off the foot, actually, of Wiebe, and the count's now 0-2. 2 of the 3 super seniors, Bennett Dean being the 3rd one. Hope to see Aaron Booth on the mound at some point this summer. Obviously, the longevity and the health of Booth is what you're more concerned about than just throwing a couple innings for Post State, as that one's inside and it's now 1-2. But again, hopefully that leads to be healthier, is to see Aaron Booth on the mound at some point for Post State this summer before he ends up becoming ineligible next year, being too old, as that one's fouled back. It's 1-2. Here to Jaden Wiebe again. But it's fun to see Isaac Pollock, Bennett Dean, and Aaron Booth all getting an opportunity to play one more summer together. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Keenels takes off. Wiebe was able to hold up in time, and I don't think they're going to ask the base umpire, and he might even turned his back before the pitch went through. And he did not swing, says the base umpire, who was standing around second base. So a stolen base for Keenels without a throw. Now he is in scoring position, and a base hit from Wiebe could pull Post State within 3. Here's a 2-2. Wiebe swings and misses and will strike out. And that's the second strikeout of the inning, and Post State will go down quietly here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After 5 innings, Pierre is down 6-2 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Here in the top of the 6th inning, Post State is down 6-2 as Jaden Wiebe is still on the mound for Post State. This will be pitch number 90 to open things up, so he has just 16 pitches to work with here in this inning. And we'll see some action down in the left field bullpen for Sioux Falls East as well, as Houselog has thrown 83 pitches through 5 innings. It'll be Sawyer Tolk to lead things off. And we thought maybe it would be Chase Houselog to hit, but Swanson is on deck. Tolverud, the DH, was playing right field. And so here's the 1-0. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0. We'll see, because Houselog or whoever, if maybe they go to the bullpen, would have to be hitting. There's a ground ball. The shortstop at Keenels, nice hop for him, but a high throw, and it will pull Dean off the bag, and the leadoff man is on base. And an error will be charged to Keenels to open things up in the top of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Cale Swanson. So Swanson is 0 for 3 so far. He didn't reach on air the last trip to the plate. Swanson struck out swinging, flew out to left, and then reached on the air. First pitch comes inside for ball 1. Be followed by Ethan Bruns and then Andrew Glovich. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will bounce in, gets just far enough away from Stalley to lead the runner from Tolk to take second base. And now a runner on second here with nobody out. An unearned run right now standing on at second base. 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled out of play, and it's now 2-1. Wiebe has now just 10 pitches left to go before he has to be removed from the game. Pitch number 96 upcoming. He's throwing 60 strikes on 95 pitches. But he does have 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-1. Ethan Bruns and then Andrew Glovich, 3-4. Here's a 3-1. That one will miss for ball 4, and it's now first and second with nobody out. And Bruns will come to the plate. Now you get back to a ground ball to maybe turn 2 here and turn this inning around quickly. for Jaden Wiebe. So Bruns here at the plate. He is driven in 3 so far, and he'll drive in another one. That's a ground ball. That's through the left side for a base hit down the line. A run will come in to score. Holding up at second will be Swanson, and it's now a 7-2 ball game, and back up by 5 again. 4th RBI of the ball game, 3rd hits of the ball game for Ethan Bruns. And it will bring up Andrew Glovich. Glovich is 0 for 1. He walked twice, and he also struck out swinging. He'll ground that one foul. And it will make its way into fair territory, so they'll have to get the baseball. Jack Merkwan will make his way over there to pick it up. And off the wood that bounced its way, ricocheted its way back into play. Most of the time, you leave that ball be, but once it finds its way past the foul line, you don't really want to you go pick up that baseball and use that instead of a ball that gets hit past you. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low. It's now 1-1. I think that happened in Wrigley Field. Ball got stuck in the ivy at some point during the season. They had a ground rule double, never found it, and then another ball went out there, hit the ivy, and 2 baseballs end up dropping down to the ground. As there's a strike taken, it's now 1-2. I think if I also remember correctly, they ended up picking up the wrong baseball with the ball. Both of them dropped down, and when the one went in, the other one dropped down first, and the guy picked up that baseball the first time. There's a swing and a miss by Glovich, and there's the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. And it's still runners at first and second for Jack Smith, as that was at pitch number 102, and that probably is going to do it anyway for Jaden Wiebe before he gets to the 105 pitch count. So we will have a pitching change, and we have a man coming in, I believe maybe coming in as well. We'll tell you all the changes here after this. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As we welcome you back here, it'll be Jack Merkwan on the mound now for Post State. As Jaden Wiebe will move to second, and Matthew Hansen will go from second to left to finish the triangular of moves. Everything stays the same in the batting order for Post State. And for Merkwan, this will be his 3rd appearance. He has 1 start. This will be his 2nd relief appearance. He has thrown 6 innings so far in those 2 outings. 16 hits allowed, 10 runs, 9 of them earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and the ERA right now at 10.5 and a whip of 3. But that, again, can quickly go down with a couple of scoreless innings, and he will try and help out Jaden Wiebe, who is responsible for the runners at first and second, and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. We can't close the book yet on Jaden Wiebe, but he has given up 7 runs, 4 of them earned so far in this ball game. 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 innings. So Merkwan will look to finish out this inning, keep this a 7-2 ball game, and send us to the bottom of the 6th with Post State still down by 5. Again, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts for Jaden Wiebe, and gave up 9 hits in total So here with runners at first and second, the first man to greet Merquan is Jack Smith. Here's the first pitch to him, and he'll fly it out towards center field. Brecken Kruger going back, still going back. It is over his head, and it will roll up against the wall out in the corner of the 378 mark. 2 runs are going to try and score. The runner will stop at third base. Smith has got a 2 RBI triple, and it's now a 9-2 ball game. And Tate Schaefer now will come to the plates. So that's the 4th RBI as well, 3rd and 4th RBI for Jack Smith, who is 3 for 4 in the ball game. And now we can officially close the book on Jaden Wiebe, who gave up 9 runs and 6 earned through 5 1/3 innings. As the runner stands at third base with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. And the lead is 7 now here for Sioux Falls East. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Their largest lead against Pierre so far in the season. Here's the 1-0. Curveball that will go through the zone and drop just out of it before it's across the plate. It's now 2-0. Here to Tate Schaefer. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI ground out. 2-0. There's a fly ball to left field. Matthew Hansen started to come in. Has to go back. He'll make the catch. The runner will tag and score to make it a 10-2 ball game with now 2 outs and nobody on base. And it will bring up Mason Tolrud. With, again, 2 outs, nobody on, as Tolrud is 0 for 3. Is at the plate. Here's the first pitch. That one will bounce in for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled back, and it's now 1-1 here, too. Let's see, as Nesg is on deck, and somewhere along the way, Tolrud came into the ball game out of the DH spot. 1-1 pitch is misses, now 2-1. Unless Houselog is in the hole, I'm not sure that something happened that I don't believe might be legal, as that one's fouled back. It's now 2-2. The DH, once he comes onto the field, you can't swap. You can pinch hit for a DH to be the DH, but you can't bring him in the field and take him back off the field. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Merquan will get the strikeout, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. But another 3-run score on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and no one left on base. We have the bottom of the 6th. Post State now down by 8, 10-2 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 6th inning, Post State's down 10-2 to Sioux Falls East, as Pierre is going to have 3, 4, and 5. Merquan, Dean, and Lyons, the first 3 hitters. So as Tolrud is out in right field as the DH playing right field, and Houselog, like I said, you can move position players around in different positions, but the DH is not supposed to come on the field unless you're taking the DH out of the ball game. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Jack Merquan. Again, maybe I'm wrong with it, but as there's a strike to Merquan's now 0-2, because Senior Babe Ruth rules, you can have an extra hitter, which then they can go in and play the field, and you can sub out that. But I don't think the DH, especially in American League, American Legion rules, again, I don't think the DH can go on the field, and you can't swap DHs in the lineup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is outside. It's now 2-2. But again, maybe I'm not. I am wrong with them that you can do that, but I did not think that you can. That one will miss, and it's now 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Merquan. There's a ground ball right side, backhanded field by Neschi, who will flip to Houselog. That will cover a 3-1 put out to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Bennett Dean, who is 0 for 2. Dean is 0 for 2. He struck out looking, also grounded out to the second baseman in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch, he skies it out towards left field. Going back on it is Husband. Now he'll come in. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 quickly down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Johnny Lyons, the third baseman. Here's Connor Bruce. That will hit for Johnny Lyons. Lyons went 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch, is taken at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss as Bruce is well behind it. It's now 0-2. Houselog, this will be pitch number. We'll have to wait to see here and get the load to continue to load on me. There we go. It'll be pitch number 94 upcoming here for Chase Houselog. Game changer is lagging behind. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's on the inside edge and taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Houselog in the 6th, and Post State is down 10-2 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Top of the 7th inning, it is Post State that is down 10-2. 8-9-1 as Jack Neschi, Ryan Husband, and Sawyer Tolk will be the first 3 hitters in the 7th inning with Post State down 10-2. And for Nesci, he is 1 for 3. Now Brian White walking over towards the third base dugout, talking about the DH that is in the field as the first pitch is over for strike one, and where Swanson should be out of the lineup and Houselog should be hitting for him. And because once the DH enters the ball game, the DH position is terminated. And that one will miss low, and it's now 1-1. But Nesci is at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is a curveball that drops to the bottom of the zone, and a good pitch there from Merkwan. The count's now 1-2. Hussman and then Sawyer Tolk. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it remains at 1-2. And again, once Cale Swanson, who was in the lineup, was playing right field. Tolbert came in to the right field. That's where all this thinking about the difference between, or what might be a mistake, as that one is upstairs and now 2-2. Swanson came off the field. Tolbert went to right field, but he came back to the plate, which again, if you're switching positions defensively, it cannot include the DH. 2-2, that one is flown out towards left center field. That's down for a base hit. Leadoff man is on base to kick off the top of the 7th. And we'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ryan Hussman.
Number 7, Ryan Hussman.
Hussman is 0 for 2 so far. You know, like for Post State, obviously they didn't have the DH in this ball game, but had there been a DH and Merkwan came to the mound and Wiebe stayed in the ball game, then the DH is out of the ball game and Wiebe would be in that spot. There's a ground ball to the right side that is foul off the end of the bat. And it's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count here to Ryan Hussman looking for his first base hit. There's a ground ball to Keenels. Could be 2. Throw to second for 1. From Wiebe to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And it will bring up the top of the order. And Sawyer Tolk. That is the 9th double play turned by Post State so far on the season. Sawyer Tolk, who is 2 for 4 in the ball game, has been on base 3 times, doubled, he singled, and then he reached on an air. Here's the first pitch. That one is upstairs for ball 1. Tolk looking for his 3rd hit, but for Post State looking for a big 0 to give the Eights a chance. There's a swing and a miss. Off speed from Merkwan. That's now 1-1. Game 2 is on deck. We'll have that one coming up about 25-30 minutes after the first game ends. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Post State will enjoy some plenty of home games to finish out the season, but it's been few and far between home games so far in the year. That one is taken for a strike, and the count is now 2-2 here to Sawyer Tolk. Merkwan looking for a strikeout here, be a second of the ball game. 2-2 pitch. That one will bounce in, and the count is now full at 3-2 here to Tolk. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Sioux Falls East. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Pierre. And for Post State in the bottom of the 7th, we'll have 5, 6, and 7. Excuse me, 6, 7, and 8. First 3 hitters. That one will miss for ball 4. And it will be a 2-out walk. And it will bring back to the plate Cale Swanson. And again, this is where Houselog should be hitting because Swanson is not on the field. You can't switch DHs in the middle of the ball game. You can pinch hit for your DH and continue to have the DH, but you can't switch positions with the DH. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Swanson, though, so far in the day, he is 0 for 3. He walked and came in to score back in the 6th inning. 1-0 is upstairs, and it's now 2-0 here to Swanson. Reached on the air in the 4th inning, walked and scored in the 6th. 1 on, 2 outs. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, and it's now 2-1. Bruns, who is 3 for 4, the 4 RBIs, he is on deck. 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It's now 2-2. And now we get some clarification that it was Swanson, the DH, all along, and Tolbert, the right fielder, this whole time. But the lineup that we got was different than the lineup that was exchanged with the home plate umpire. Here's a 2-2. That one is taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 7th. Merkwan will have 2 strikeouts in the ball game. No run score, 1 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Post State needs an 8-run comeback as they're down 10-2 to Sioux Falls East. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-O-Lator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-O-Lator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-O-Lator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 7th inning, Post State down 10-2, and they will have 6, 7, and 8. Gary Nedved, George Stalley, and Matthew Hansen. Again, we're talking the last couple innings that Tolrud, who is in right field, still in right field. He was in right field the entire game, just showing how much I pay attention to the right field, to the right fielder. But the DH has been Cale Swanson the whole time. But so everything is A-OK with what Sioux Falls East did throughout this ball game, as the first pitch is taken for strike 1. As Chase Houselog is trying to go the distance, he has 10 pitches left to work with here in this ball game. As the first pitch is the 0-1 pitch is through the right side for a base hit. Gary Nedved, he is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. Leadoff man to reach base, and Post State has to score 8 times here in the 7th inning to keep the ball game alive. As George Stalley will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts so far. Here's the first pitch. That one will miss inside for ball 1. Staley ground out to the third baseman, also ground out to the first baseman in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's the 1-0. That one is fouled off of Staley. Might actually, as he swung all the way around, the bat ended up hitting the ball again and dropping it foul. And the count's now 1-1. Nedved leads away from first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's at the knees and is now 1-2 here to George Staley. Matthew Hansen, Brecken Kruger be the next 2 hitters, and Post State needs a big rally, down 10-2. Went down 5-0 early on before scoring once in the third and once in the fourth. That one's fouled back. 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Then it was 1 in the fourth and 3 in the sixth for Sioux Falls East, as Pierre had just 1 in the third and fourth, and down by 8 right now here in the bottom of the 7th inning, needing a big rally to try and come back and go to 5-4 on the season in South Dakota games. If not, they'll have another game to try and get that 5th South Dakota win. 1-2 pitch is fouled back again by Staley. Game 2 will again be 20 to 30 minutes after this one concludes. We'll end the YouTube broadcast and then get the next one going right before first pitch. But we'll also hear on KCCR the news from News Director Zach Nelson. That was a check swing, and Staley did not go, and it's now 2-2. With 1 on and nobody outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Post State down 10-2. The Eights are in danger of falling to 3 games under 500. The 2-2 pitch is a ground ball to the second baseman. Throw to second for 1. Back to first is not going to be in time. It will be a fielder's choice. And there's now 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Schaefer was able to fire it over to the shortstop and Tolk. And it will bring up Matthew Hansen, but first we're going to have a pitching change, as Houselog has gotten to 103 and will not be able to finish the ball game. He still had 2 pitches left to go, or at least this at batter left to go, but he will exit the ball game, and we'll have a new pitcher on the mound for Sioux Falls East. We'll step aside for a minute, come back with the bottom of the 7th with 1 on and 1 out. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium, it is a 10-2 lead, and Jack Nesky will be on the mound. Lincoln Vasgard will move over to first base in this with 1 out and 1 on in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Matthew Hansen will be the first man to greet him. Houselog, we can't officially close the book on him quite yet, but he gave up 6 hits. He had no walks and 8 strikeouts. He has given up 2 runs, but he is responsible for Stallion at first base now, as Matthew Hansen and Brecken Kruger will be the first 2 men to greet him. And for Post State, they're hoping to put an 8-run rally on Nesky to at least tie the ball game up. Be nice for another 9-run inning against Sioux Falls East. Why not get a 9-run inning here? You win the ball game 11-10 with it. But a long way to go for that, and Post State's going to just get base hits, get guys on base, and trying to extend this ball game for as long as you possibly can. Here's the first pitch to Matthew Hansen. That one's upstairs for ball one. Hansen, so far in this ball game, he is 1 for 2. Was the first base runner against Chase Houselog. He singled, then came in to score on the Lincoln Keenel's RBI hit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled off the end of the bat, and it will roll its way over the first base coaching box where Peyton Zabel will jog after it, get the foot on it to knock it down. The runner on first and 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will miss low. Staley will take off for second to throw to second. Will skip away. Now Staley will head for third, and he will stand up at third base. So a pitch that was in the dirt that Staley just took off with, and then the throw will get away, and that'll probably be an air charge to the catcher. You can probably give Staley a stolen base on it. That ball was caught cleanly, just took off for second, almost a delayed steal. But the first error for Sioux Falls East allows Staley to take third base. Hansen will pop that one up, fouled out of play, and it's now 2-2. A velocity difference between Houselog and Vasgard. There's going to be a Nesgy. And Post State has to wait just a little bit longer on that ball coming to the plate. 2-2 pitch. A curveball is swing and a miss by Hansen. There's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th, and Brecken Kruger looks to start a big 2-out rally. Because Post State needs 9 runs to win this ball game, 8 to tie with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. To Brecken Kruger, who's 0 for 2. He flew out of the right fielder and also struck out looking. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Top of the order is due up next year for Post State. But Pierre down to its final out here in game 1 of the doubleheader. 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Blocked up by Glovich. And a 2-1 count here to Brecken Kruger. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. Just a bit outside from Nesgy, and it's now 3-1. And Lincoln Keenels is on deck. 3-1 pitch. That one will miss low and away, and it's a 2-out walk to extend the inning to Lincoln Keenels. Keenels is 2 for 3, an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. At that point, made it a 5-1 ball game. Nedved made it a 6-2 ball game. But it's a 10-2 lead now. I misspoke earlier. 4 runs came into score in the inning in the top of the 6th as the first pitch was upstairs for ball 1. It was a 3-run top of the 6th inning, but it was a 4-run 6th inning for Sioux Falls East. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Lincoln Keenels. That one's on the inside edge, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Runners at first and third, and again for both these guys on base, they don't mean much if Pierre can't score another 6 times with those 2 guys also scoring. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-1. With Vasgard holding on Kruger at first base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Keenels will pop it up, sky to the infield, Major League pop-up. Second base, where the shortstop will come in front of second base and Tolk to make the catch, and that will retire the side and end the ball game. No runs in the inning. They had 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. It is a 10-2 final. Post State drops at game 1 of the doubleheader to Sioux Falls East, 10-2. We'll come back in 2 minutes and wrap up game number 1 here from Hyde Stadium. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
No problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe? Who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do, all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium, it is a 10-2 final in game number 1. Post State loses by 8 to Sioux Falls East and are now 4-5 in South Dakota games and 7-10 on the year for Post State. They will be looking for a split of this doubleheader now, as it'll be Isaac Pollock on the mound for Pierre to try and get that split. Sioux Falls East scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 4 in the sixth. Post State had an RBI single from Lincoln Keenels and an RBI double from Gary Nedved. That was in the third and fourth innings for their 2 runs. 10 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 7 men left on base for East. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 5 men left on base for Post State in game number 1. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 2 minutes, as you are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Post State will be looking for the split. Isaac Pollock will be on the mound coming up in game number 2. And if you're watching on YouTube, we will end the broadcast here in just a moment. We'll send things back to the station and hear from News Director Zach Nelson for the 5 o'clock news just a couple hours later. But we'll have that for you, and then we will come back. We'll get the broadcast going again on YouTube just right before first pitch, so we'll have that second game coming up here in just a little bit. But for now, we'll send things back to the station. Post State drops game number 1, 10-2 to Sioux Falls East, as you're listening to Post State Baseball on